My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mattel WWE Elite Collection Ringside Collectible Exclusive NXT Takeover Andrade Cien Almas. And so here we have Andrade Cien Almas posed and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through his accessories. He does come with two things. He of course does come with his entrance hat, which does fit on his head, and then he does come with the NXT World Heavyweight title, which looks really nice and it does fit around his waist. Other than that, Andrade doesn't come with anything else, unfortunately, so let's actually go on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at Andrade, and I really do like the way that this figure looks. He is utilizing that really nice head sculpt which we saw in the Battle Pack figure, which I believe this figure came out before the Battle Pack. So that really nice head sculpt is used once again here. Really do like it. I think it looks a lot like Andrade. Really do like the fact that they have his little bun right here, although I would have liked to see one where his hair is just loose. I think that's something that they should really look into in the future. Again, nothing wrong with this head sculpt. I really do like the way it looks, so can't really complain too much about it, except for some minor paint issues, as you can see right here along his beard. It is a little bit weird, but if you look at it straight on, it's not that big of an issue. Now, I really do like the way this figure came out. There are some things that I do need to point out. You can see some white markings right here on my figure. I've already had to go in and give him a quick treatment of the joint fixer, only because his torso joint is incredibly loose. Like if I were to... Well, actually, it's not as loose as it was when I got him out of packaging. You can see he doesn't support his own weight, but when I got him out of the packaging, it was a floppy mess. So the joint fixer actually did help out a little bit. I'm gonna have to give him another treatment. Hopefully that does fix his joint. Really like this torso that they used for Andrade. I think it captures his physique very nicely, especially right here on his arms and his wrist tape. Now, unfortunately, he is still using the old style hands. He did miss out just a little bit getting the new hands that Mattel gives us, although you can see his hands are a little bit small, honestly, and his arms as well are kind of thin. Really like the physique right here on his bicep, but I think the forearm is a little bit small. That is a little bit unfortunate, but it still looks nice. Not much to say about his attire because it's just white. I really don't know what more they could have done with his attire. I mean, they could have sculpted on his belt loops, because that's something he does have. That's something that all his attires have, are some belt loops that you can slide a belt through, but he doesn't have it because they do reuse that. And something that I'm not a fan of is that they just used white legs. They didn't use the legs that have the sculpt work for the tights. They're just white. But it's not too big of an issue, and I do like the way it still looks nice. I'm going to give credit where credit is due and say it looks nice. Really do like the tempo right here on his knee pads. It is really accurate and really clean for the most part. There's really no issues. Going on to his boots, you can see he is sporting all white boots, which do look really nice. I do want to change that so that they're black boots. I think black would look better with the emblem right there. I know this is from his NXT Takeover match, but I think I might switch over and give him some black boots. So overall, really like the way this figure came out, despite the one quality control issue that I have with mine. So other than that, let's actually get him compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Andrade posed next to an Elite Brock Lesnar and a basic Jeff Hardy. Here we have the NXT Takeover Andrade posed next to a Battle Pack Andrade and an Elite Andrade, and you can see the scale is very off on these guys. And for one last comparison, we do have Andrade posed next to an Elite Rey Mysterio and an Elite AJ Styles, and the reason I chose these two particular is because AJ Styles is billed at 5'11", Rey Mysterio is 5'6", Andrade should be 5'9", so this is probably the best Andrade in terms of scale that Mattel has given us so far. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually run through Andrade's articulation really fast. He does have the standard elite articulation. He does have a ball joint in the head, which does look, it doesn't really look up, but it does look down surprisingly well. We do get very little head tilt, and it should rotate. It's just really stiff on mine. I am going to have to heat that head up, loosen it, and see how it works after that. Arms are on ball joints. They do go out to the side really nicely. Do a full 360, no problem. We do have a swivel here at the bicep. We have a single bend at the elbow. Swivel and hinge at the wrist. No issues there. We do have an ab crunch, which, like I said, mine is kind of floppy, but after using the joint fixers that I have, it's not as floppy. So yours might not have that issue, but mine definitely does, and you can see it needs to undergo a few more treatments with that. Waist swivel works fine, no problem. Legs do kick forward to about there, kick back, out to the side, no issue. Swivel at the thigh. He does have a double bend at the knee, although his knee pad does get in the way of both of those bends, unfortunately. Swivel here at the boot, hinge in the ankles, goes back and then forward, and then we do get rocker ankle on this guy. So overall, really like the articulation here on Andrade. So what we're going to do now is get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the NXT Takeover Andrade Cien Almas pose for my final thoughts. And overall, I really do like the way this figure came out. Granted, mine does have a couple of quality control issues, especially when it comes to his abdomen, which a few more treatments with the Kiki joint fixer should make that nice and tight over time. It's something I really shouldn't have to do, but unfortunately it's just the way mine came out. Yours probably isn't going to have that issue. I really do like the accessories that Andrade came with. The hat is a really nice little accessory. At first I thought it was a reuse from Bray Wyatt, but no, it's its own unique sculpt. And who doesn't need an NXT World title to have in your collection? This is another way to get the current NXT title. I believe the only other way was getting Bobby Roode. I want to say that it's only been released twice, but I could be mistaken. Don't quote me on that. This is a really nice figure, and I am glad I picked it up. Now, if you are looking for the NXT Takeover Andrade Cien Almas, he is available on Ringside Collectible, and I do believe he is a Ringside exclusive, although I have seen him pop up on Amazon once in a while. You're going to end up paying about $20 for Andrade here. I think I paid like $22 because I did get him on sale, so that's a pretty good price to pay for an elite figure. If you can get hold of this Andrade, I think he's the best elite version of Andrade that we've gotten to date. The size pretty much is comparable to what you expect, and if you're a stickler for scale, this is probably the best bet. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go check out all my other action figure reviews, as well as all my other WWE Elite videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you would like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll definitely have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.